I'm from Guyana, dreams on fire. Stepped off the plane, so climb higher. Delta 9 visions, I'm a flyer. One love, one life, divine supplier. Roots in the dirt, but my head in the sky. Caribbean heat where the palm trees cry. Sweat off the brow, build a kingdom wide. From the Essequibo to the Delta time. Mama pray loud, stars answer our call. Immigrant hustle, never scared too far. Dollars and dreams, but I'm counting my soul. Patriots blood in my veins we hold. One love we rise, no fear inside. Hands to the heavens, blessings collide. Thankful alive, the present divine. One love, one heart, forever aligned. Lanterns on the stove, incense in the air. Ancestors whisper, they always there. Lion heart spirit, men full of prayer. Trials and triumphs are wearing like flare. Delta 9 meditations, my mind on peace. Breaking chains daily, my soul released. Caribbean rhythm, my body unleashed. Thankful for the now when my joy increased.
One love, Delta 9 travelers. Greetings. Welcome into the International Digital Connection. Where are you tuned in from right now? I'm telling you, we got a jam-packed presentation for you planned this evening. Thanks for being a part of this live presentation. If you haven't already, Delta 9 travelers, hit that 9 in the comment section for me. The frequent travelers already know that's our sound check. And that's how we know that we're in the flight with those who support international independent media, right? We got a number of headlines to get into in this presentation, a number of headlines that we definitely going to be updating one another with. The top cops was highlighting the fact that, listen, no case, no surprise. Why?
Because as I've said from the inception of this case, I read the file. I saw the post-mortem report. And I pronounced from day one that there's no way this man can be convicted for murder. I said so. And I based my statement on the facts that were revealed. It was clear that more than one person's fired at this fleeing suspect. Clear as crystal. That's what the evidence showed. It was clear, too, that when the post-mortem examination was done, it baffled me because no projectile was recovered. No projectile was recovered. So I'm asking, therefore, and I asked the question before, if a person dies, several persons fired, several policemen fired, and the post-mortem examination somehow did not recover any projectile, how are you linking this death to a particular gun?
Insightful questions, and a question that is striking as well, because when you analyze it, you start to realize that, listen, with this most recent case that we're definitely going to analyze on the well, we're definitely going to analyze on this live as well, right? It just seems as if certain critical pieces of information just somehow seem to always turn out to go in a direction that, listen, we're going to get into those headlines coming straight from the top cops as well.
They said for over 2 months, they have not received their monies. For over 2 months, they haven't received their money. They're using their own buses to transport the workers, to transport the Venezuelans, the Cubans, and Dominican Republicans, all Spanish. We have about 1,000 workers, I heard. They increased from 900 to 1,000 workers working here. About 950 are Spanish, while 50 Guyanese. Is this putting people first?
Good question, and a very relevant question coming from the leader of the opposition, who's out and about and making sure that that representation that he was put in that position to maintain is definitely, we can see that there's a lot of effort coming in, and we hope that there's more unity as well in the opposition, right? And we're going to hear from the former opposition leader as well in this Wisdom Wednesday live presentation. A number of headlines that we got to get into, a number of things that we definitely going to update one another with. So as you come into the live Delta 9 travelers, hit the thumbs up button and share the live so persons will be updated with all of these trending and important headlines. Plus, Bess is saying that one of the best things that persons can do right now in Guyana is go with the side or side with the PPP on this particular project. What project he's speaking about? Listen, there's a number of details that Honorable Mr. Bess is going to highlight in this live presentation. So stay tuned as we jump into these headlines. But here is a part of that headline.
The concerns are valid concerns. But right now, today, Guyanese need this. And this should not be about politics. This should be about the Guyanese people. And every member of the opposition should support this bill. This bill help our people. Exxon needs supply. All these other foreigners that are coming here, there's so many things that we're so far behind. And our people should be applauded. This should not be opposed for just opposing's sake. That injection, people, is going to benefit many of you. How many Guyanese today have had an idea for as long as we can remember? One, couldn't improve their businesses because maybe interest rate was too high, maybe they didn't have the collateral they needed to go. Government at the day, or table, I should say, a bill.
Those among so many other very important and trending headlines, along with every person that would have called in and is going to give their insights into the live as well. The frequent travelers in the chat, big up to everybody in the chat right now. I'm telling you, which one of the headlines, matter of fact, we're going to make sure that we pull up the poll so we can analyze what persons are voting on the poll that is up on the live right now, because the engagement is important. So make sure that you give your views as you come into the live, right? Big up to all the frequent travelers who are early on this live presentation as we start with these very important and trending headlines coming in from the ground in Guyana. Let me read some of these headlines right here. Who's in the live with us right now? Jeffrey, what's going on? Big up, welcome into the live. Thanks for tuning in and being a part of this live presentation right here on Delta 9 Media. Plus, for being one of our insightful moderators, dropping the insights into the live presentations every time that we're up and live presenting, right? And we're going to get into some of these headlines coming directly from the leader of the opposition, the Honorable Mr. Mohammed, right? Because listen, there's a number of persons coming into the country. We ain't got nothing against persons coming into the country because that's important for our country to grow. Immigration is going to play a critical part. So, that's always an advantage when a country has a large and a growing labor force. But the number of things that the leader of the opposition is highlighting that is very critical that we analyze it with right thinking minds and that we make sure that we have a nationalistic approach to what we really analyzing and make sure that we look into the details of what's being presented, because this could have a lot of far reaching implications for our country. A lot of far reaching implications, buddy. You know what I mean? Let me jump into this right now. One love to all the travelers in the chat.
As you can see, the workers, they're leaving for the day. They would work from 6 a.m. to approximately 5:30 p.m., 6 to 6. And the bus drivers reached out to me. They said for over 2 months, they have not received their monies. For over 2 months, they haven't received their money. They are using their own buses to transport the workers, to transport the Venezuelans, the Cubans, and Dominican Republicans, all Spanish. We have about 1,000 workers, I heard. They increased from 900 to 1,000 workers working here. About 950 are Spanish, while 50 Guyanese. Is this putting people first? Is this putting people first, President Jacques Dio? I could recall that you mentioned that the cane cutters from the Wales estate, since the Wales estate is closed down, you mentioned that the people from the Wales estate and along the West Bank, you will get jobs for them at this same project. Now today, you betray all the people, all the cane cutters, all the people living along the West Bank. And we got here foreigners working here, reaping the benefits, while Guyanese are left stranded. Now the bus drivers, they are scared to come out and talk. We have some that are willing, some of them that are willing to mention and to let you know that this company, Linseca, the company that is building the gas, the energy project that have should finish since in 2024. Jagdio mentioned in 2021 the project wouldn't pass 900 million US. Today, the project is around 2 billion US dollars, and the project is still not completed. So I want some of the bus drivers to come forward and mention, talk about, the work, what the work entails. Come, sir, come over here.
Good afternoon to the public. I working here since March, and approximate 2 months and change. I didn't receive no salary. Nobody, it was 50 something buses we have in here, and nobody can collect salary.
Delta 9 travelers, right? How come we hear in this frequent conversation about persons having problem receiving the money, people having problem with the NIS getting paid, people having problem getting the money to go back home? Big up yourself to every person that was a part of helping. And I don't know if other persons helped along with the honorable leader of the opposition, Mr. Mohammed. But listen, that was a good deed to help those brothers to get back to their families in India. And here we are yet again, another situation where people saying, listen, we working for so long and where is the money? But then you're gonna hear people in want to work because they're lazy, people in want to work because of X, because of Y, because of Z. But here persons are out and they are putting their energies towards the development of our nation. This shouldn't be the situation for them. Not at all. Let's hear some more of these details, Delta 9 travelers. Thumbs up the live so that this can get out to a global audience and persons can understand these details. Don't forget, we got to get into these headlines as well about what Honorable Mr. Bess is saying is one of the best projects that the president and the government would have presented for a while. It's going to benefit a number of persons. And listen, you need to stick around to hear these details from Honorable Mr. Bess. Let's hear some more from the leader of the opposition and the persons on the ground right now that are affected.
The boss always telling us next week, next week, and every time next week come, he's not paying us. Our vehicle damaging up, we have to find money for gas. I am a family man, I'm married man with 9 children. My wife
Wow.
thinking that I giving other women my salary,
Wow.
kind of to them.
I
It's really
tell you.
things, we have to get up out of our bed, leave our wives after 2 and 3 in the morning to reach at the roundabout there by the bridge here to come till at the back 8 in the morning, then come back in the afternoon. Sometimes I come back in the afternoon, 3 o'clock. Then you know, it is 6 and after 6. Real hard, and I want you to know that this is real sad. We are asking it because please help us and need justice concerning this matter here.
So how long they owe you for? How much months, how much weeks?
2 months and 2 weeks.
2 months and 2 weeks.
We didn't get paid for April and May.
So that's roughly how much money for a drive now?
They paid 360,000 a month, and my work overtime is reached up to 400,000.
So it's around 400,000.
Yeah,
for
so
a person.
approximately they owe me 800 something thousand.
Wow.
And it's your own bus.
My own personal bus, yes.
Yes, and the road is very
Wow.
The
bad.
road is very, very bad. Sometimes we have to change tires, three tires in 1 month, and shocks and these things. And we don't find any money after our own. And when you ask the boss to lend us money, he's telling you that give him back 30,000, 40,000 interest and stuff.
What? Safe. So hold on. Hold on. So if you gotta pay back with interest, then they're supposed to pay you a late fee for paying you late, sir. You're supposed to got that written into your contract, and that's supposed to be enforceable by law. You're supposed to got a contractual agreement with them. Say, hey, if this funds is late for these deliveries or whatever the case might be that I gotta do, or whatever driving job that I'm doing with my personal vehicle, then you gotta compensate me in this manner. Man, listen. It's rough, buddy. But guess what? It's good that we have platforms like this, independent media, so we could analyze and present this in a neutral manner so that the world could understand what's really taking place on the ground. We're hearing directly from persons affected.
I would like to share the same concern that happened to the public. Now, I've been working here since several months gone, and for the month of March, alright, I haven't received any money myself. I get a little incident while coming because the condition of the road is very bad indeed. Right? Very, very bad. I was coming here so all that day, and I get a little blowout for the turn. Since then, the supervisor indeed, Mr. Duncan, he did come at the office and visit me here, but he know that I haven't been get paid for this month for the month of March as well. And I've been keep calling over time. Right now we're in June month, right? And I know I still have been waiting and hearing, next week and next week and next week and then
I'm telling you.
father four, same way, and meanwhile just staying the same way about that I got other woman and them thing though, that they giving him money spot to from my outside. All the money sometimes wrong.
Telling you, boy. It's funny, but it's not funny at the same time because you analyze it, But then when you analyze it, it's red. It's real red, and it's real frustrating when you analyze these things. Could you imagine you waking up early in the morning and you going forward, putting in that extra discipline, and then a man coming for give you a hard tackle while you in the hospital and say, hey, the money XYZ, for whatever reason, there's no reason you could give a person that is legitimate as long as, you're running a legitimate establishment. 2 months, that's a lot. And then, again, are they going to be compensated for the inconvenience? As you can clearly see, it's causing them a grave inconvenience, buddy. And this is one of the main reasons behind a lot of the brain drain as well in the country. Why a lot of persons that's just up to work in other parts of the world. It's crazy. Greetings, caller. You're on to Delta 9 Media Live. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Let me set this audio up. Greetings, Dion. You're on to Delta 9 Media Live. You there?
Hello, my brother. Blessing us, big family. Blessing us. My brother.
I'm telling you, nice and sunny. You're making joke when the summertime in PA.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
Big up yourself, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
What's going on your side?
Yeah, bro. It's kind of nice here, man. Kind of nice. Calm and collected. Yeah?
All right.
Yeah, bro. I disappointed some viewers here. Some viewers just only view this man doing good with one set of ethnicity.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with that, with me.
Yeah.
From the time this man does run the brother, this man fighting for justice. He give what color here you get, what color his skin, who you vote for, who you like, who you like. And this man ain't getting the bigger piece supposed to get it into the room. No, the Indian nationals them fight for them.
Yeah. Yo, bro, that stuff was real. That was real bad, bro. That was real bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You understand? Now I see show the yard. This is who company. Who owns this company, my brother?
Which company?
That's showing the highlights there, man.
That the leader of the opposition is highlighting. I'm not 100% sure who might own this establishment.
Yeah, but you see, they the lawlessness we have in our Guyana because the labor officers they only addressing who they could address. But once they're affiliated with government, they're not addressing you. You see what's going on, my brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what's going on. It's total one-sided, my brother. And people saying this man that's highlighting with the mindset and this man fighting for Guyanese and who is not even Guyanese, this man fighting for.
Positive. So what are your views? What are your views about the fact that persons are actually working in Ghana and having problem with the NIS and having problem actually even getting paid? What do you think about that?
That's just to show the slackness of our labor ministry and the social protection agents because they're not on the ground representing the people. Bro, they just want a blind eye once you're affiliated with the government, brother. You check and see who owns that company, and then you will understand why the government is not care to the Guyanese people, my brother.
Okay.
All right, my brother, let me listen.
Big up yourself, Carla. Thanks for sharing those insights with us right here on Delta 9 Media. I'm telling you, so much going on in our beautiful nation. So many things for us to definitely stay updated with. What are your views, Delta 9 travelers? Call it in. And you know, Team Delta, Team Samsung, keeping us connected no matter where in the world. Delta 9 Media and this live broadcast is located. One love every time to all the frequent travelers that are live with us right now. Let's jump back into these headlines coming from the leader of the opposition, Honorable Mr. Mohammed, and a number of persons on the ground right now.
So I would like for justice for myself that I could get me money to carry home to me family because I got a lot of responsibilities.
I want to show the public, our fellow Guyanese brothers and sisters, people, right? How much people here like ants. All foreigners. Right? All foreigners. All foreigners. Look for yourselves. You look for yourselves. This is how the PPP got us. This is putting people first.
Punish poor people. Like Stanford. Yeah. Punish poor people. The Progressive Party. Punish poor people.
Cruel to the CDC and cruel. Yeah. I don't know what really them really doing to Guyanese, but they want to be.
So this is the gate. All back this side. All back this side. Right? They have over 40, about 30 to 40. How much 20-seater buses out there right now? So they have about 40 20-seater buses out there and 5 big yellow buses. So you do the maths. That alone is over 1,000 horses. 6 yellow buses. Oh, man. Management told the drivers, the other Guyanese drivers, that if you come over here to talk to me,
Mr. Duncan, the boss.
Oh, Mr. Duncan. Mr. Duncan told the Guyanese that if you come over here and talk for your rights, you will be dismissed immediately. So this is what is going on in this country. I don't know what the Minister of Labor is doing. He's not representing the workers. He's not representing.
95% black. They went on North side.
Yeah. Go ahead, yeah.
Good. They were saying,
yeah, man. They were making a lot of conversation about these things.
Right. And the operators go.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. And this was the intention. To get it to power.
Well, now the empower were going on with the development and the things that they were talking about.
Right. Not empower.
Mm-hmm.
The politics left everything.
Find out there, our people should be sad because nothing comes our way. We are going to renegotiate those contracts because that's not what we had in mind.
Well, that's something that person's been highlighting for years now. You know, buddy. That's something. Yeah.
Yeah, and then, we say, everybody says government is racist government. But guess what? Every time you come in, see, let somebody go. They run in the government, people some contracts. They
Yeah.
can't block people and give people land. But then, when they go, they have a massive pool, they do the same racist way, correct?
I'm telling you.
Good. Let me tell you why you said something like that. That is what interests me. They have an agenda. They have an agenda.
So you're saying you're not impressed? You see through it. Seeing through the veil. Seeing through the veil.
Even if I like it for everybody, you check and see who has the most CDM. And especially not black people. Look how many houses built. You are to kind of it. The party is strong. You are to advise them. You are to Boston. And nobody can show me one house that get built inside of there by morning. But any people like that, that run and protest me, that run and the police are taking vehicle and all that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
He found out the other take up with the father, lucky, with the father making racist statements. They think about and condemn the statement.
But
you didn't have to come out and embarrass the father.
But to be
say that this is not what I'm about. This is what my part is about. This statement is unfortunate. And I hope that it won't have to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let people know that there's nothing.
Well, but if we could look at it in a real way, right? You as a man now and as a leader, you would reason with you old man now in private, and your actions would speak for itself in public. Because you could talk cheese, right? But no, your actions is going to speak for you as a man.
No, but listen to this thing. Listen to this thing. The statement.
Because let me read you something, Samuel. Me personally, right? Me personally, just a bit of thing. Like, because I know they might get other persons that might hold that insight too. But I wouldn't correct me old man in public for nobody. We could talk about it in private. But I would never, that's not, you're bugging. But not for the whole world.
Listen to something, right? This statement is so. It's not a one-person statement. This statement was directed to a race.
Yeah.
And a race that supports you. It was a public outcry. It was offensive to a lot of people. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying, if it's offensive to a lot of people, and a lot of people talking about it, I was upset about it.
Yeah.
You supposed to come to peace with people. You're going to shout at the party.
As a politician.
Good. I am saying is that this is right. This is very unfortunate.
Good.
This is not what my party are talking about, and I hope that I will have to start my party. I hope that this will never happen again. I'm promising that it will never happen again. Come on and let people know, respect the people.
Okay.
You understand me? Show some respect to the people that is offensive. It's not one person, not two persons, not your name or your friend. It's in the country. And a lot of people are offended by it.
Yeah.
And you come out and you say something that pleases them. I ain't saying come out and embarrass your father or show for your father in public. You speak to him in private, yes, but the many people still out there offended and hurted by the statement. You understand?
What do you think about what the leader of the opposition is highlighting right now though, about the fact that they got a lot of persons in the country, right? Because we see there's a number of black persons right now with the leader of the opposition, but recently it was a number of persons coming in from India.
Everybody looking for something,
So what are your views about the fact that persons are working, willing to work, and when they do work, they get in problems for getting money, and they get in problems with the NIS getting paid. They get in problems with all kind of things that shouldn't be. What do you think about these things?
Well, unfair is unfair. Every man should get fair according to his labor or what was promised. And in terms of public service, as the cost of living move, I think your salary is supposed to move. Everybody's supposed to have comfortable living because the country is making money and we are involved. It belongs to you. You understand me? So it will never be fair, and I would never be in agreement with punishing nobody at that. Because they got securities working for little money and they know them 12 hours and that kind of thing every day. Some of them even get to the money 2-3 months before working before. Why am I work 4 months before you get your first salary?
That's insane. That don't even make sense. Who agreed to that, buddy?
That's wrong. I know better right now. You know that I was 5 months with working with somebody from the PVP.
Buddy, them kind of thing there is beyond
why would
ridiculous.
You report somebody salary for 2 months and 3 months, 4 months? These people have to make it to work. They have to make. They got to family to look after.
Yeah.
I don't see no sense in it.
And you know what it does?
The NIS.
Yeah.
The NIS is the only thing a lot of people get when they get old because the money is so small. You can't just save from it. You understand?
Yeah.
So the only thing a lot of people depend upon when they get old and they can't do things on their own. And you don't have to pay attention from them.
Powerful point. Big up yourself, Samuel. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, some insights coming in right there from a frequent traveler right there on the live. Samuel, I'm telling you, so many insightful commentaries on the live right here with Delta 9 Media. And you know, usual, Team Samsung, Team Delta. Stay connected no matter where in the world.
Samsung, keeping us connected. Samsung, keeping us connected no matter where in the world we're located.
Who is in the chat? Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Media Live.
I wasn't here, brother, properly, you know. I don't know if it's the system or whatever, you know. I want to hear you on top of everything, man. And you want to hear me, brother. I need to stay with me. So I can hear what you're saying, too.
Okay, so I'm happy that you're calling in and giving me them insights while I'm live so I could try to adjust it. So I'm going to ask persons in the, stay on the live, right? I'm going to ask persons now in the live if they can hear the caller clearly. If you can hear the caller clearly, drop a 9 into the chat for me. Persons that are in the live right now, drop a 9 into the chat if you can hear the caller coming through clearly. So let me continue with a little bit of a conversation. And just to test, so because I'm using a different speaker system.
Yeah, because Samuel was speaking, I knew nothing was Samuel speaking. You was very clear.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's my phone or if it's the I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm using.
But I ain't get to hear nothing.
Instead of using Bluetooth speaker, a smaller Bluetooth speaker, so let me use these studio speakers here I'm in the studio. But sometimes it might be so loud, right? It might give a little bit of a feedback and cause an issue. So let me see what persons are saying in the live right now, if they can hear you clearly. And if they can, then we good. But thanks again for calling in and for helping me to identify that. Big up yourself.
Yeah.
One love. Yeah, man. So we coming through. No sound. No, not too clear. Wayne is saying no, not too clear. All right. So I am going to turn up the audio a little bit on the phone. I'm getting it clear. Rasta Empress is saying it's coming through clear. Wayne is saying no, not too clear. I'm getting some nines from Narayana. Pick up yourself, Narayana. Thanks for tuning in. Marcia, thanks for tuning in. Legal Alien touchdown in the live. Marcia is also highlighting this about what we were discussing. Delta 9 family PPP minister and RHO at Mahdia District Hospital are some wicked people. I'm telling you. Marcia is saying, listen, the RHO at Mahdia, allegedly, the RHO at the hospital in Mahdia is not allowing APNU supporters to work. Tell me if that makes sense. We already no longer got the contract, allegedly, with Cubans, and now we separating internally according to your political views. Tell me when you go to the hospital and you need help, and there's a genuine person that's there to help you beyond any political holdbacks. They're just there to do their job, and they have the professional capabilities to assist you. You really gonna ask the person who they're voting for? There's something really, really wrong with we and the way that we're moving forward as a nation. And we are the ones that can make a difference for it. We're the ones that are going to determine 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now, the kind of country that Guyana is going to be. And if we continue like this, I telling you, big up to all the travelers right now, all the frequent flyers that are part of the live. Nav Joe, what's going on? Nav Joe says government should be investigated in, or it should be investigating, should be investing, in our people by providing the training and skills to the people so that they can do the work the foreigners are doing. Yeah, because they got a lot of capable people in Guyana. And if you're saying you want persons to definitely be a part of what's going on in the country, then pay them money and give them tasks that are going to contribute to the development of the country in a real way. Let me hear some more from the leader of the opposition before we jump into some more headlines. Big up to everyone dropping insightful commentary in the comment section. Thank you for being a part of this live and for making this live presentation what it is. One Delta 9 Media. Let's jump into these details right here, right now.
Uncle, come forward. Yeah. Good afternoon. Over New York since ending of February. You're telling me you have black cent in the name. You got 5 children to look after. You got 2 children at school. You got 2 small ones. You got children at school. I work institute and the rest of it. And my wife is at the bus.
And that's your bus?
Yes.
You see how they're using the Guyanese? This is how they're using the Guyanese.
For a week, we changed 5 tires. The road ended up bad when we start walking in the
road is extremely bad.
When you ask Mr. Duncan,
sheer Prussian running the road with sharp pebbles.
The town has said that when you get paid this week, next week, the arrangement you make every third, the first and the month is supposed to get paid. And up to now, when you have black sending up the factory. It is done the 10th. And you're telling people, but people must walk in. Me bus break down in the trail after I get back my job as yet. Last week. You have money to buy fuel? Ask this man, got fuel, just in shut down. Follow me at the full fuel.
So which month they owe you for? Which and which month?
March, April, May, this is June.
What?
3 months.
Yes. 3 months. We check it. For the toll of over 900,000 at home. I'm not happy. When you ask them, come
That's crazy.
Go back, something answering your rule and then. Not check you put out something from here. This man I reached in an accident the other day with me first, and this man them still trying to knock me out. And then say because them word was, oh, they can't get nobody to tarnish them for name or anything. Alright, I feel this man like he collect this money already and he trying to make me some. I'm not here. One month I work pressure and then I work with it. I just said that they did it from the soul for the back to the back. That I have. So that's here before. Just check it and then you have to get paid for that.
Imagine a man trying to rough you up with words after you done put in a whole lot of works. A man coming and tell you all kind of thing and you cheering them for going face. What you gonna tell them? You see his problem these man want cause? You see his problems they keep bringing? Disguised as something else? Because when a person is gonna work for all them days and then you got something to tell them. Listen, I gotta commend them brothers for exercising that amount of tolerance. Because a lot of persons wouldn't, after so long not getting paid and they work on all of the efforts that they would have already executed. Marcia is also highlighting this. 3 of us had to leave the job because she has to do what the PPP minister told her to do. An Indian person was the RHO, and he never told APNU supporters anything. That is why PPP moved him from Madia Hospital. So they're painting a picture allegedly as if they need persons, and they say everybody come, everybody come. If we're to go being highlighted by a person that is a part of the force, a part of the people that is actually putting forward that effort to make sure that persons are taken care of when they go to these different establishments. People picking and choosing. This is an international digital connection, and persons all over the world are able to see and analyze what's going on. Big up to all the frequent travelers, and thanks for dropping these insights into the comment section. Let's hear some more of what's going on right now on the ground as well with persons facing these problems.
So you work for 27 days and no pay, no pay.
You don't see any of your return on a black center. I will just need a great justice and you have me money, I want me money. I can't work back here because the family them are starved. If you drop off work, you put them on you drop around 2 trip, you have to gas money and get money from the send me to school.
Wow.
Yeah, and when we ask you to sign contract, we speak you and we contract.
That's the first thing that's suspicious.
Any family, but I don't farm a show man. And you want those strings attached. Now we ask, so you even say them dismissing now and he vacated the place. What happened to we? He left without anything.
And then he's walking and threatening that you don't know the belly.
The big thing is this. The big thing is this. We recently had an issue with the Indian nationals in this country who had their contracts were breached, very poor conditions. Now we have Guyanese people. Imagine we have over 50 bus operators who are locals. They do not have a contract working with them.
They're using their own buses.
Their own buses.
So this is how they're using the Guyanese.
Yeah. Yeah. This is putting the people first. This is how Guyanese is put first. They come on in February. They haven't received a cent. Each one of them is owed about $1 million. So it's about $50 million owed to them so far. They don't have a contract. We have in this country a Ministry of Labor ought to protect the right of Guyanese people. Perhaps he's not even aware where is this location, because if he had visited here, he would have known that these people are working. They would have complained to him. When he hear about whales, he perhaps thinks it's whales in England.
This is what I want to know. Nariana. Greetings, you're out to Delta 9 Major Life. Hello? Carl, you there? Well, I think that call was ended prematurely. Give us a call back if you were really calling in, right? What are your views about this Delta 9 travelers? Drop it into the comment section, or definitely take a couple of seconds and call it. Let's have some right thinking conversations on this. Things that we got to pay attention to. Why? Too much, too often. You see when Ariana is highlighting one of our insightful moderators, dropping these comments into the comment section. It's saying different day, same-ish. I'm not a part of a circus, but I definitely know the clowns, right? By telling you, a government full of kleptos is sad when we analyze what's really taking place. But in this case, greetings, you're on to Delta 9 July. 1 second here, 1 second. Yeah, in this case, is not, well, we're going to jump into those details. Yeah, Diane.
Yes, my brother.
Yeah.
Remember when this passionate Hugo Griffith come on board? Remember you say your visit to the labor site, all where there are laborers being visit, all the construction site, all the gold mines, all everything, you know, visiting everything.
Yeah.
So he's the president.
But it seems as if none of these visits is really fruitful, because what's going on with the people there, man? You didn't see what's going on with the Indian workers, you didn't see what's going on with these workers, you didn't see what's going on with the truckers. What's going on? There's a lot.
Yeah, again, my brother, the only visiting the sites that are not affiliated with government, my brother.
Oh.
Once affiliated with the site, is not bound to visit it. Yeah, one side is that the president, he's the doctor. He got to read everything government stuff has to read. He's the third minister. He's a jail. He got to make sure all his journeys and information set. I'm reading him so far.
Yeah. One person, you're getting a feedback. Let me see if persons are saying anything about the audio having a problem in the chat. I don't see anyone.
Yeah, the newspaper are not serious about not serious again. And Guyanese have to suffer for how long? All over the Guyanese suffering and all of them affected by us then coming out. Why?
That's the question right there that we gotta realize, that we gotta move beyond. Because if we only dealing with a situation when it's knocking on our door, that's way too late.
Yes, only when it's affected the daily coming out. But people always say, so they use the number thing.
Yeah. Big up yourself. Thanks for calling in.
that direct feedback.
Yeah. Dion, you know what I think it is? If you're speaking to me on a speaker, right? If you're using a speakerphone, that might be the issue. Because these speakers are studio monitors, so it's gonna be loud and it's gonna have magnification in certain frequencies, especially when it comes down to the human vocal tone. So certain frequencies are gonna come through loud through your speaker if you got it loud in that manner, right? My apologies, and what I'm gonna do next time is I'm gonna bring the Bluetooth speaker in this part of the studio so we could have an alternative. Greetings, you're on to Delta 9 Media Live. Yeah, you got a muted background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to give a quick opinion on this Dorwain Bess situation, right?
Yeah.
You know what? Right?
No, we jump into that actually right now. So you're right on time. Right on time.
Oh, yeah, for me, I kind of disappointed in Dorwain Bess saying the praises of the PDP. One nearly good thing. Because we sure about this man yet. You understand? And the thing is, Dorwain Bess supposed to know better than all of you how crookish these people are.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? It's nice to walk and encourage your people if the opportunity come in, but get it, right? I could give you the one, right? I could give you the one. Go around and encourage your people to try the best. But don't keep these people as the best thing since bread, knowing that you're crookish. And the message too, these people controlling this bank themselves. These people are put who they want to run this bank. The same thing about just like the iPhone, everything else. Not only taking down to people that they don't like, but be black people that punish more the most out there. They don't have great as they're concerned in a bunch of some contracts. They don't give it to me, but they don't make it step up one to agree with something. You know that's fighting alone. Yes, some people that just fighting alone. But you really know that the change people that we don't get it. So I forgot for something like this, sir, but this is what we living in our time. This is how these people stay. Therefore, don't stay the spots. You understand? You need to make any sense to you. The bank is a good idea. There's no quarrel about it. The bank is a good idea. The way they say that they will run is a good idea too.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
In terms of people long to small, this is their kind of thing, right?
So,
knowing how these people stay, this month is going to be dominated by PPP, and then victimization will be there rapidly.
Good. So bottom line, a very important question now before we jump into what Honorable Mr. Bess is gonna highlight, right? Do you think, right, that person should take full advantage of the opportunity or no? They should be more skeptical and analyze for a while before taking part in what's going on.
You be skeptical, and you could tell me that one thing, I'm be skeptical and say that. But what I'm saying is, it's not a bad thing, it's not a bad idea without a second one.
Yeah.
Well, small business when you get a loan, get to separate all the stuff and nice. My point is, it's the same thing the same thing giving the contracts, the same thing giving the jobs, the same thing, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the same people, it's just a different name to the agency or organization. You understand? But it's the same people, the same profession, with the same racism, with the same victimization attitude. You understand me? So, misconception is that the same thing. They're going to do the same thing with the one. They're just me. They're just me.
Good. So today, right? Lusa next week or week after next. 3 million, right? Opportunities in front of you from this same policy. You take it or no?
Because if I need you to do a business,
Exactly.
get it.
Exactly.
Get it.
Exactly. Because it's there for the people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But boy, I'm not ready at the back and you see that they close down. Yeah, we call it GSTV.
Okay.
Thing there. Yeah, that's something alright.
Okay.
Yeah. They shut it down. You understand? But what I'm saying is the same people that doing the corruption with the contracts is the same people that doing the corruption with certain kind of jobs and this kind of thing is the same people going to be running this bank.
Full time. All right, good. Thanks.
The government being a good thing for me.
Yeah.
The government being a good thing for me, respect it, sir.
Yeah.
Everything's so nice to pay for. But what is not do when you turn up there?
I tell you.
Especially if you turn up black.
I tell you. Big up yourself, Samuel. Thanks for calling it.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I'm telling you, person's got some different views, but that's what the platform is about. Different views, different opinions. We get a chance to analyze and to understand just what's going on in our beautiful nation, right? And I'm seeing the 9s in the comment section coming in from the legal alien. I'm hoping that means that the calls are sounding clear and everything is what it should be in this studio, right? Now we're going to hear from Mr. Bess, because it's good that we hear the views that he has to present for us.
Should be applauded. This should not be opposed for just opposing's sake. That injection, people, is going to benefit many of you. How many Guyanese today have had an idea for as long as we can remember? One, couldn't improve their businesses because maybe interest rate was too high, maybe they didn't have the collateral they needed to go to a bank. Now, the government at the day would have proposed, or tabled, I should say, a bill to a development bank. This development bank, guys, means thousands of you, 15, 20, 30,000 of you can now access loans. What we have seen today in a widespread of the section of the opposition and civil society are objections. But we must understand, people, the posture that we're seeing should not be a posture to shut it down. Who benefits from this bill? How many young Guyanese today have brilliant ideas? How many Guyanese today wanted to expand their current business but couldn't do that? Why? One, you didn't have the collateral to go to the bank. Two, you didn't have a bank that even wanted to entertain you because this is not what they do. Now, we would like to see every single region benefit from this bank. We would like to see offices, remote office being placed in these other regions to allow Guyanese who, like a young man called a few days ago, say he lives in Latem. Just to register his business, he has to then do an application which has to be mailed to Georgetown. Now, they will feel like they're not able to benefit equally as someone that fortunately lives in region 4, the bigger region where everything existed. So these are the kind of opposition criticism we need. But also, having a bill tabled, people, doesn't put it into law. When a bill is tabled, it gives the opposition the opportunity to put forward motions of their concern, and I'm hoping meaningful motion that gets to be read and considered at the next sitting. I am pretty sure I'm hoping that the government will listen if there are concerns that will benefit the Guyanese people. We should not just object for objecting's sake. Guyanese, this is something that you need. And I'm hoping that, again, every opposition put their differences aside and stand with the government, because this $40 billion does not belong to the PPP government. These are state funds. These are state funds that's going to be transforming the lives of Guyanese. Look how many foreigners we have coming here, skilled foreigners. How do we tap into that? Just imagine you had a mom and shop electrical company that only hired yourself and one person. And the reason you couldn't expand is because you didn't have to fund it. You can now hire some of these foreigners that are coming in, because you now have access to the bank. Because people must understand, this is not just for new businesses. This money is to, one, expand your existing business, start your business, and there are clauses in there also, which I've read, that protects you while we don't have the what's the law? The copyright law. You are able to sue the bank. There are clauses in there. So if you have an idea and it's stolen, but what I would like to see at VPAC and my team is government put systems in place to make sure every region benefit from this. Young farmers benefit, young miners benefit. And that's the kind of oversight I'm expecting out of the opposition. And
powerful points being presented by the leader of VPAC, the Honorable Mr. Bess, a successful businessman in his own right. He's saying, hey, young people, entrepreneurs in general should be taking advantage of this program, these policies that are being put in place. The president was speaking about it recently, and we would have highlighted it on this live presentation. You understand? And I'm just going to do a refresher here for persons who might not be aware of some of what Mr. Bess is highlighting. We're going to do a quick refresher so we could understand what's going on for some of us that might have missed.
Giving them the opportunity to own things more and more. That is why we invest in housing. That is why we invest in infrastructure, so it can increase the value of your asset. Here again, we're now moving to the Guyana Development Bank, where we're giving Guyanese an opportunity to own their own businesses, to develop their own ideas, to invest in their own ideas, all in empowerment, all in building prosperity, all in creating wealth, and all in distributing an equitable, creating an equitable distribution of wealth, where every Guyanese can be part of this growing story. The initial investment is over $200 million US. That is 40 billion Guyana dollars. That will be placed in this development bank. Remember, this collateral free, very easy. It's easier maybe than opening a bank account. But this is more than lending. This is about nurturing. This is about developing. This is about coaching, helping you in financial
election campaign. So we don't want to roll this out right before the local government, and then people have to now feel that they will be approved, providing they align themselves with a particular party. This is a good thing, guys. Get in line, get your ticket, like I said. Go down and get registered. And I'm encouraging the government to have facilities in every region. So the young man in Port Kaituma and Mabaruma, the young man in Essequibo, the guy in Krabu Creek, the guy in Quarantine who feels like he does not have access to the registrar the way the people in Guyana, in Georgetown does. The young man in all these remote areas must be able to have access to this funding, no different than the guy that lives in the big city. This must not be restricted to Georgetown. This must not be restricted to Region 3. This must be something that every Guyanese can benefit from. And these are the kind of motions that I'm expecting the opposition to put together. These are the kind of motion that I'm expecting the people to demand, and stop objecting for objecting sake. The opposition must understand that that a bill like this would benefit the people of Guyana.
Conversations coming out to the leader of VPAC. What are your views, Delta 9 travelers? Call it in or definitely drop your comments into this comment section. We got so many things and so many headlines right now. But to all the travelers, Bantu King, thanks for being a part of the live. Bantu King is saying, I want as a dean call out GCOM about biometrics. We need biometrics at polls. A powerful point right there. Definitely that's something that is needed. Hi Sen, thanks for being a part of the live presentation. And thanks for supporting independent media as well, Hysen. And Hysen is highlighting this. That's an excellent point, what Mr. Bess has highlighted. I hope young Guyanese take this opportunity for empowerment. That money belongs to Guyanese, not just some. That money belongs to Guyanese, not just some. Opportunities present themselves. Definitely persons should be taking advantage of these policies and opportunities that, you know, are being presented. Rasta Empress is highlighting this, our insightful moderator. The different political parties have roles to play, but that bridge of togetherness has been burned. So everyone needs to lead and no cares for the followers, but for convenience. I tell you, it's sad. Big up yourself, Bantu King. Bantu King is saying blessings to Delta 9 and all the family members. Big up yourself every time.
"65 seats in parliament, and we must understand that the 65 seat in parliament, the fight is not to who must be on the controlling side. The fight must be what is good for the Guyanese people. And I'm demanding of you, I'm calling on you to stand together with the people, because this is what the people need." Clause in there, people. There's a perpetual succession clause that allows, listen to me carefully, whoever the minister is, the same power is going to transfer. This power doesn't stay with Dr. Ashley Singh if he leaves office tomorrow. Whoever the successor is, the same power transfer to them. Yes, I understand the concern. The concerns are valid concerns. But right now, today, Guyanese need this. And this should not be about politics. This should be about the Guyanese people. And every member of the opposition should support this bill. This bill help our people. Exxon needs supply. All these other foreigners that are coming here, there's so many things that we're so far behind. And this right here help the young, brilliant mind that's coming out of the university. Guyana has a lot of entrepreneurs. And this is what gives them the funding. Before this development bank, we had a problem. One, you can have a brilliant idea, but there's no way to get money, because why? You didn't have the collateral, meaning you didn't have nothing to give to the bank. Now the government are putting systems in place. Why not support it? Why not support what the government is doing? This will bring our Guyanese people along with us. Again, I want you guys to understand, it is not $3 million per person. It is up to $3 million. But many of you can come together. You can form a group, a co-op. 10 of you can come together and form a co-op. That this co-op is to rear chickens to supply the same government. And if you're able to maximize that $15 million, you're talking $30 million between the 10 of you, and you can own 10% of that company. A young man called me the other day. He had an existing welding shop. He had the demand. People wanted more work out of him, but he couldn't deliver because he was lacking equipment. Yes, you too can. It don't have to be only a new business. It can be an existing business that has the capacity of expanding. And this is why we have agreed to come out in each one of these communities, as many as we can, nationwide, to sit with you and to help you put together, fine-tune your business plan, make it where we can pre-approve you before you approach the better this development bank, because obviously many of you have not gone through this process before, but we're going to sit there with you. We're going to bring along a specialist who's going to help you with your business plan. We're going to help you be prepared, help you to understand what you're presenting. This is what we need to be doing. This is not about the PPP. The funds that are being used are not the PPP funds. They're state funds. They're the Guyanese people's funds. All we need to do is make sure it's properly managed so every citizen can benefit equitably. And we need to stand by this. And we need to support this. And we need to stand with these people and help them to benefit from this, and not just oppose for opposing's sake.
Those are the views of the leader of VPAC about the new policy being put in place, the new development bank to be established, right? What y'all think about the Delta 9 travelers? Drop it into the comment section. I see somebody's calling it in right now. Greetings.
Everybody want to come. You see, most important in this man is the oversight. Everything sounds good, but there's no oversight. There's no oversight committee. It's just the CVP gonna be running the bank.
Okay.
And there's no part of the problem lies.
Okay.
At least this right my difficulty. You understand? If they have a board that was over this bank system by not just PVP members, but even if it's one member from every political party, somebody from in the religious community, you understand me?
Yeah.
So people will look over and make sure that it goes the way it's supposed to go, it's intended to go. You understand? And this what you're talking about. You're talking the same. Like if this thing in motion and everything will go good, and you know for a fact that everything will go good. No. Yes, we know it's our money. Yes, we know Guyanese could benefit from it. You understand? Because look the island. We benefited from it. You understand? Look the contracts. We benefited from it. You understand? What makes this bank just different? But it's the same players in the game. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
The same players in the game. Somebody bank was given. We need if we get a good oversight, we our good oversight committee. I could give the full. I can do some money there. You understand? But if it's the same cookish people they're watching over it, the same you put the careful one this milk, you drink it out. The moment you put the water and I set up this being good. You have to put it here for another time. Take a milk, put the super white over.
I get what you're saying. yeah.
So that is the problem. And that's what you're talking about. You're talking about this thing like if it's stuff that Adriel going to look at over it. So get the same demons over everything else that we benefited from.
So your issue is not the policy. Your issue is not the policy. It's the people behind what's going on with the policy. Exactly. Okay. Big up yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
You see, that's the problem that a lot of persons are having with the policy and everything that's going on with that. What y'all think about it? Persons that are live right now, people that are going to watch this live and the rewind in the future. First thing, big up yourself. Thanks for spending time right here with us on Delta 9 Media. What y'all think about it? Because it's a serious thing, you know, because greetings.
Right. Good evening. I'm Madeline from State.
Hey. These people These people is the worst. Don't ever, ever, ever. I'm gonna get the name of the company. I'm gonna share it publicly. Like, don't ever even talk to them on the phone and tell them that you deal with the company for any solar or nothing. They will harass your phone day and night, day and night, day and night, day and night. Jeez, it's them calling me right there. These telemarketers, relentless, and it's even crazier now because they're using AI. So they don't got the actual person calling. So they got a bot molesting you, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But nonetheless, we're gonna hear from the former leader of the opposition about just the way that some persons are approaching their service and why he decided to take certain approach with the way that the party is moving forward. Right? I know the APNU has had a lot of changes recently, right? There's a lot of things going on within the opposition in general. So, here to highlight for us from a leadership point of view, the approach that they intend to take is none other than the leader of the PNC himself, the Honorable Mr. Norton. We're going to get a chance to hear these insights right now on Delta 9 Media.
100% wild-crafted sea moss. Only the best, 'cause you deserve nothing less. 8 Butterfly.
A natural way to stay ready, baby. 'Cause I'm ready for you, Mr. C. The ultimate male supplement. Men's total wellness formula. Packed with essential nutrients for men's health. She'll call you Mr. C.
Do not know that we intend to go after to regain those who would have left. Why would you want people who are not committed to your party, to the philosophy? In fact, the reason why many of them left is because they came with the intention of going to parliament. They didn't get a parliamentary seat, and some of them said that directly to me. And so if you go after them, you're not really going after people who are committed to a struggle. You're going after people who identify the opportunities they want and are pursuing those opportunities. For us, we have to continue to rebuild the party and to bring in more people into the party, educate them, so that you have people who are following you based on commitment rather than whether they are members of parliament or not. So I don't see us going after them. There are one or two of them who I believe, I would say, extremely young, or at least one.
Honorable Mr. Norton highlighting the facts, saying, hey, the left for what reason? Gotta keep going. If the slip, let it slide, right? That's what Mr. Norton is highlighting. Hysen is highlighting this. She's saying closed mouths don't get fed. If you need something, you go and get it. Try and fail rather than fail to try. Insightful commentary. I'm going to read that piece back for emphasis. Try and fail rather than fail to try. Right? Because you never know. Opportunities are there. Policies are being put in place so that persons can have capital one of the most important, if not the single most important thing as it relates to being able to acquire generational wealth, access to capital. Access to capital. If you agree with the rules and the disclosures of the loan application, go ahead and do you. Right? You hear the insights coming in from a very insightful, frequent traveler on the live. She's saying, he's saying, or she's saying, sorry, that closed mouths don't get fed. It's better to try and fail rather than to fail to try. Right? Things that we got to analyze. Because each one, we got our own individual business plan that we might get. Some of we might got plans that could go together. Even better, because persons can create a cluster and you can invest together and make millions and millions of dollars, better your life, change your life, invest in real estate, invest in other assets that are going to continue to create generational wealth and opportunities for your family and for your loved ones. Right? Big up yourself to all the frequent travelers in the chat right now, everyone that's going to catch this in the rewind in the future. Remember to take a couple of seconds if you haven't already. Thumbs up the live. And if you're looking for an independent way to support Delta 9 Media, consider becoming a channel member. Yes, you can become a channel member right here on Delta 9 Media. I had the feature up on the channel before, but the feature was taken down, and guess what? We have it back once again, so persons can support us in that manner. They can support independent media for less than what? Less than a quarter a day. Don't cost you nothing at all, to be honest with you. But every little bit adds up and every little bit counts. So support independent media. That's the barcode right above my head, or you can navigate to the bottom of the page and become a channel member right here on Delta 9 Media. Let's hear some more from the former leader of the opposition.
And to me, he can be forgiven in the sense that he is vulnerable. But generally, in our book, these are people who going after opportunities that exist in the government structure. I don't know that they will get them. And so I see no value in going after them.
In fact, maybe I misinterpreted when I say go after them. I'm talking about the seats that they occupy, not trying to get the individuals to return to the fold.
Like I said, the only way you can get the seats is if they resign. And I don't believe there's much political value in fighting them for a seat. What we have to do is to organize to ensure that by the next election, we have more seats and we have more people who are committed to a cause. I said last week when I was speaking, there's a dilemma when you bring in new people. And a lot of those persons are new persons into the system. So I think we need to just rebuild, continue to go into the communities, put our structures in place, set out our message, which we have done, and move forward.
Powerful point coming in.
Thank you. Moving forward.
Powerful points coming in from the former leader of the opposition as to steps moving forward, because a lot of persons have a lot of questions about what's going on with one of the most formidable, one of the largest, one of the most foundation political movements in our nation. And there you have it, coming straight from the leader himself. I am APNU. Win, lose, or draw. Marcia saying win, lose, or draw. APNU, green on the way. Well, as we jump into some more headlines, Delta 9 travelers, there is something being highlighted by the top cops recently. They're saying, listen, this no case come as no surprise. Why this no case in the Quindon why this no case submission in the Quindon Bacchus case is of no surprise? It's because guess what? From their experience, they've been analyzing certain things, and we're gonna hear right now from one of the top cops. Again, rising power to Mr. Conway and condolences to his family and all his loved ones, right? This is what Mr. Slow speaking out, exposing corruption and incompetence right here on YouTube. Check them out. Subscribe. Let them know Delta 9 Media send you, because why? One speaking out. Former Commissioner Slow, Assistant Commissioner Slow, highlighting this right now.
One of the police, let me understand this thing clearly. Because as I've said from the inception of this case, I read the file. I saw the post-mortem report, and I pronounced from day one that there's no way this man can be convicted for murder. I said so. And I based my statement on the facts that were revealed. It was clear that more than one person's fired at this fleeing suspect. Clear as crystal. That's what the evidence showed. It was clear too that when the post-mortem examination was done, it baffled me because no projectile was recovered. No projectile was recovered. So I'm asking, therefore, and I asked the question before, if a person dies, several persons fired, several police.
Now let me analyze this thing. How you gonna get several people? What kind of investigate? What kind of monkey business is this? I'm telling you. No projectiles. So then there's a close we hear from the top cops. We hear from the top cops. So we could really analyze this thing, man. Because this is what persons gotta deal with, you know, on the ground in one of the wealthiest nations in the world. These are some of the situations, some of the compromising situations that persons got to deal with. And don't forget that even when they got the settlement, people were still querying and saying, hey, they get too much. Even though you're hearing that this is the level of investigation that was done, given this situation, raising power again to the young brother and condolences to his family.
He's been fired, and the post-mortem examination somehow did not recover any projectile. How are you linking this death to a particular gun? Ballistically, it should be linked to show that this is the bullet that caused the death, and this bullet was fired from this gun, and this gun was in the possession of this particular person. So the nexus is there. But in this case, so I said, how are you going to prove this? And therefore, I was not surprised when we got the no case submission in the High Court and the matter was thrown out, because I said there was no evidence to link this man to the thing. Somebody killed him. And as some people have said in the thing, everybody got a judgment day can come. And whoever was responsible, whether it's this man or not, but the courts have freed him. The court said he is not guilty. That's what the court said. Right? Now let me come back to the same thing. The man is dismissed and they talk about reinstatement. I don't know you can reinstate someone who is dismissed. If he was interdicted, then the outcome, he is reinstated. He is reinstated. And then you have to, if you're dismissed, maybe they're talking about re-enlistment or re-employment. Let me understand these words clearly. If you had been interdicted, then the question of reinstatement comes in. Right? Reinstatement. You are dismissed. You are dismissed. So I don't know that you can be reinstated. Maybe you can be re-enlisted. Maybe you can be re-employed. But definitely, as far as I know, not reinstated. Right? Because these things have different meaning.
Different meaning, a whole lot of
Because
different
if it is, you were
situations.
dismissed in July 2022. Right? If he is re-enlisted, if he had been put on interdiction, he would have been re-enlisted from the date he was interdicted. And then all pay due to him, the half pay that he should have got, he would have gotten all of those things. But now that he's dismissed, and I hope they're listening,
a whole lot of
because if you're
implications
dismissed
in this.
and then you are re-enlisted or you're re-employed, you got to be which date, which will be the effective date?
Big up to Hysen. Thanks for becoming a channel member right here on Delta 9 Media. Thanks for supporting independent media every single time, Hysen. Well, we got a chance to understand why the no case submission was no surprise. No surprise. And we're getting it from persons who would have served for a number of years. High caliber, high credibility. Big up yourself, Mr. Slow, and thanks for all the work that you, Mr. Conway, would have done over time and you continue to do. Big up yourself right now wherever you're there. Right? I'm telling you. What are the frequent travelers in the chat saying? Well, recently there's these headlines that took Guyana by storm, right? Everybody was stunned when they heard what went down. And now we're going to get a chance to hear some of these new updates. Some of these updates that definitely we got to make sure that we analyze so we could get some more aspects as to the developments going on with 7-year-old Adriel and the proceedings. Different updates coming in with this situation.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's minor matter. those are personal decisions. Yeah. But are you satisfied now? You're satisfied. I want you to speak up a little for this camera, you know. You satisfied? You're satisfied. You're part of everything. You're making decisions here. Good. You're making decisions about funeral. Good. I mean forcing you to say yes. No. Okay, good. You know, just for the public sake, right, David? Because me forcing you to say yes. She saying yes. And pass is here. Pass, you satisfied?
Yes, well, I have never been
okay.
Dissatisfied other than dissatisfied with the whole situation surrounding the death of my great nephew and my mother being abused and starved and hospitalized and the whole thing. I thank the Lord though, and I want to let people know that we serve a God who is a mighty God and who can do a quick work. When you put your trust in God He will fight for you. He said, "You hold your peace, the Lord will fight the battle." I believe that we were able to get that man. Yes, the police did their work, but God. God is at the end of the day, God is the reason why I believe we were able to get him that fast. God's help and the police, yes, they did their work. And I want to say, I am really impressed with the police work. Don't thank God for them. They really work day in, day out to bring my mother. When I told her that today the guy will be charged, she lifted her hands. And she said, she smiled and she said, she wants to talk to Michelle. And she was trying to talk to you, but remember
she wanted to talk to you.
Like,
Okay.
But I'll let you talk to
Yes, they're going to speak to her.
Like I said, it is Michelle's son, right? She's the mother. And she needs to come on board and play her part and be satisfied with the family. Don't have no problem with that.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So let peace reign. And you see, when we get involved in the matter, myself and T, right? We follow through because leadership is about bringing people together. Leadership is about solution, right? So everything come together. The police, we visit the police. Today, the police called Michelle and said, "A man gonna be going to court." And that is it. So regardless of what, Michelle is making decisions. And it's Michelle's decision for the funeral to be no song. Put the mic closer to him. Samuel. But you can get in song. Everybody else could hear except you, Samuel. Right? Good. So you have to turn up your phone. David is saying turn up your car, Baba. I'm going to turn up my phone because let me blame myself and say maybe it's my phone. So I just turn up my phone. Somebody say if you're hearing me, please. Listen. Novella, God is a good God. Don't worry. Right? I'm saying that we were here and we're here. Michelle asked us for help and change this. We ensure the police is informing her. She's making decisions. Now I'm just reporting back to the public. What we're looking for is what is taking place. My tone is very low. Novella, you could hear me. Yolanda, you know we can keep this life running. This is my third life for the day. I know what is going on. Right? So, look. Somebody hearing me loud and clear. Loud and clear. Right? This was a meeting here. Right? So you were here fighting all the time. You're going to throw you on spot now. How you feel now? Because you too was very sad and into it. Tell me. And speak up so they could hear. Because these people on my page, they're very loud. I don't know.
Well, so far I feel moody. I feel nice that the uncle reached out to Michelle back up the uncle. Everything comes to closure now, so yeah.
So now you guys are part of, you're wondering.
No, we wondering.
Michelle said the first day when I came here, she felt like she's in a vacuum. I gotta ask Michelle about the vacuum. Michelle, you still feel like you're in a vacuum? Girl, let me turn the camera back to you.
I'm coming out of it.
You're coming out. We'll try come out. That's good. Good. She's coming out from the vacuum. So let's keep on praying for them and pray for Michelle. This is a sad moment. I was at the court and listen, I just need to go home. I have a lot of things to do, but I just need to go in and detox since yesterday. With all the different meetings and so on with the police and what was said. But I want to testify that somebody asked me, Ms. Blooms, do you know the motive of the killing child? Well, what I heard, allow me to give my mouth some things now, is that this young man had some urge or crave for sexing. And I was told that he went to a house first, trying to get into some house, couldn't get in. People started screaming and all of that. And he went, when he looked through the window, he saw the bed empty and he saw the granny lying down with your grandson somewhere there. And he gained entry into the house. I was also informed that the grandmother screamed and the small boy screamed. And I was saying in my mind, people, right? I was saying in my mind, it couldn't be a big, strong person. Because when I was told that a person...
Listen, the more I hear these developments right now, as long as there's the right person that was apprehended right here, he deserve everything was going to be meted out to you. Because I know they're not going to treat you kindly when they hear that, oh, use the one who do X, Y, and Z. You can gotta deal with the consequences of the actions, especially behind the bars, you understand, man? Those some of the developments that the pastors highlighted. Same pastor that had the back and forth with Melly Mel. And we got a chance to hear from the mom as well. Condolences to the family, condolences to all the loved ones in this their time of challenge, in this their time of grief, right? So much going on right now. Nariana. They're saying Delta 9, me want type no curse words, I'm telling you. Yeah, when you analyze this situation, sometimes just say, hey, there's one set certain things where you can't really type in this particular chat, just to keep it clean. But big up to all the travelers who's been following this and following all the updates coming in from this headline and a number of other headlines right here with us on Delta 9 Media. Big up to all the travelers that are in the chat, all the channel members in the chat. One of our channel members, Hysen, is highlighting this. Delta 9, this story has me confused. My condolences to the family. Yeah. Because one time, family going back and forth, it's good to see that the family would have mended and, you know, they deal with whatever situations in this manner. But then they got so many different sides to this story. People getting accused that weren't there, allegedly. But guess what? There's a person in custody, right? There's a person in custody. We just heard the developments coming right there from Honorable Brooms and the family definitely giving their updates as well on these things, right? There's a short clip of today.
Slit the young man. You see? Yes. Let me just pass you. Let me just pass. Look the father, the mother. There's the mother, the holding the mother. I'm trying to hold the father. You know him? He's a stranger in a lot.
Telling you. Developments coming in from the pastor and the mom. right? We get a chance to hear from Honorable Mr. Bess as well, saying, listen, these are certain policies that's put in place that persons got to take advantage and make sure that they get all that is there for them to gain, because guess what? The resources of the country, right? Honorable Mr. Norton saying some people come for position, and this is how we're gonna move because this is what we're about. Plus the no case, no surprise. You know, a number of headlines that we would have covered here on Delta 9 Media. If you haven't already taken a couple of seconds, ladies and gentlemen, it costs you nothing. It costs you nothing to hit that thumbs up button and stay connected with independent media. Stay connected with Delta 9 Media. So many headlines for us to update you with here on this live presentation. I'm telling you, what are the frequent travelers in the chat saying right now about what's going on? Before we jump into some more headlines right here, right now.
They got a guy named Shower Duncan.
Well, he
with
is
a bell.
He's the number one purveyor of this falsity.
With a bell, ringing the bell, and the people tell Shower Duncan that he's a piece of nonsense.
Yeah.
His party got 12 seats.
I'm saying, yes. So I'm saying to viewers tonight, don't bother with the empty barrels. That's what they're there for. There is.
One love to all the frequent travelers, everyone who takes time out to drop commentary into the comment section, everybody who took some time out to call in, right? Everyone who made this live presentation what it is. This is where we definitely gonna land the plane. I'm getting a lot of turbulence on my end. For some reason, when we get to certain parts of the live, we get a lot of turbulence when we're in this particular studio. I don't know why, but I'm gonna try to analyze what those hurdles are so we can rectify them. And I want to thank everyone for being a part of this live presentation. If you haven't already, Delta 9 Travelers, thumbs up the live. If you're gonna catch this live in the rewind in the future, same thing, hit that thumbs up button so that you will stay connected with everything that's trending in Guyana and in the diaspora, right? Big up to all of the travelers, all the frequent flyers, everyone who make this live presentation what it is. At this point, we're going to land the plane for this presentation. And I will catch you in the next flight. One love every single time, Delta 9 Travelers.